If you're watching this video right now, chances are you're looking for the absolute best hydraulic handbrake you can get for your racing simulator. So in this video, we're gonna talk about the pros and why the SimCoach's P1 Pro Handbrake is the best choice that you have if you're looking for ultimate realism and immersion when you're on your simulator. Hey, what's up guys? It's Lawrence from SimCoaches, and I wanna welcome you back to the channel. These hydraulic handbrakes are just absolutely stunning. They're really, really cool. Having the ability to just yank on something that feels really realistic and gives you a nice amount of force and tension, especially when you're in your like dirt rally or really when you're drifting too, like on a Assetto Corsa, it just is such a real benefit. It's such a cool treat. So there's a couple different things that we've done to the hydraulic handbrakes that really makes it a lot different from the different options that you currently have out there on the market. Hey guys, it's Lawrence, and I wanna just take one quick break to tell you guys that if you are struggling on the simulator, that we are taking drivers to the next level every single day, and I want to take you to the next level as well. So here's what I want to do. Grab a piece of paper and write my cell phone number down. I want you to shoot me a text, okay? My number is 702-246-2295. Send me a text right now, and it's going to come right here to my phone, all right? So send me a text. It's 702-246-2295. Let's get back to the video. There's not a whole lot of hydraulic handbrakes really to choose from. And just like when you're choosing hydraulic pedals, it's very important that you choose the correct hydraulic handbrake, because if it does not have the P1 Pro hydraulic cylinder on the side, chances are it will leak. So when you are looking at the different hydraulic options that you have, making sure that you take all of this stuff into consideration and you getting the absolute best handbrake that'll fit your needs is extremely important. Now the P1 Pro hydraulic handbrake was actually modeled after real vehicle cars handbrakes. It's meant to give you the real feel like you're actually pulling on real calipers of a car. If you've ever been in a race car that has a completely separate system for the handbrake as it does the foot brake, then you know that the two systems actually feel fairly realistic. So having a hydraulic handbrake is the path to getting you the absolute most realistic feeling option when it comes to you being out here on the simulator. Now the construction of the P1 Pro handbrake is that it's fully billet aluminum design. Now this thing was designed, machined, and it's assembled right here in Las Vegas inside of our shop. We're currently using a Wilwood master cylinder on the back with the SimCoach's P1 Pro hydraulic cylinder on the side. Now combining these two bits gives us the real high quality side of the Wilwood master cylinder, since we haven't made these ourselves yet, as well as the leak-proof protection that our hydraulic cylinder provides you when it's compressed at the really high pressures that it's going to see. Now, we provide a stack of bevel springs with the handbrake, just like we do with the pedals. And you'll see as you pull it, it actually compresses really nicely. And it gives you just really nice control over the rear end of the car. The handbrake is not on or off. It's very progressive because it has a hydraulic pressure sensor right here on the back. As it sees the increase in pressure, then it outputs a higher pressure output to the game, just like you would actually want, because this is what it feels like in real life. As you pull on the handle of the handbrake more in real life, you slow the rotation of the rear tires more, or even get to lockup. It's the same exact thing that you want on the simulator. As you pull the handbrake handle more, you want to see the increase of pressure from the pressure sensor, and that translate in game. This is what gives you the really fine detail, especially if you're drifting and you're trying to just really elongate the drift or the slide and just change the trajectory that you're following. Being able to control that really that fine-tuned amount with this handbrake is really a big deal. If you're like looking to tandem and you want to stay in the tandem and not mess up at all, then having this a handbrake where you can really feel all those nice little bits is going to be a really big benefit for you. Now, just like with the pedals, you're able to totally adjust the preload here by just simply turning the knob and adding preload to the bevel springs. Now this just basically makes the handle have more tension, so it's harder for you guys to pull it. Or what you could do is you could take the preload out of it, and then it'll just become a little bit easier for you to tug. It also comes with a softer spring set as well, so if you don't want it to be quite as stiff or quite as much pressure to pull, then you can put the softer spring set on, and that'll feel even softer than this. Now here's something that's really cool about the handbrake. It's actually notched at the handle every 15 degrees. It's just 1 3/16 head shoulder bolt that actually holds the handle to the lower half here. And as you loosen it, you'll actually be able to rotate this handle every 15 degrees. Now, depending on how you have the handbrake set up on your simulator. Now, here's what's super cool about the handle is it actually has detents in the handle every 15 degrees. So because of that, you really can put this handbrake at any position on the cockpit that you want, because depending on the way that it is sitting and it's angled and all these things, you can can just change the handle itself. Now, this is also really cool because depending on if you want the handle standing up, or maybe if you like more the classic kind of style where the handbrake is leaned down, just like this, then you can change it to really fit the needs that you have and the preferences that you have. If you have a drift car in real life and you want the handbrake to feel just like it does in your real life car, you could do that. Like, there's so many cool things that you could do with the P1 Pro handbrake that you just can't do with any of the traditional handbrakes that you have out there on the market. This thing is so high quality. It's so built, it's so user friendly. It's so built for the driver. If you're looking to gain just maximum control of the rear tires that are on the car in the simulator, you need something that's high quality like this. You have to be able to feel every little bit. Being able to feel those bits as you're just pulling on the handbrake, dude, you can feel the car so much more. Drivers that say that, you know, you can get to the same level with lower end equipment, no, you can't. Because with a hydraulic handbrake that is just an on off switch, you either have no handbrake or you have all, you're either not on the handbrake or you're locked up completely. Dude, you can't do the same things that you can with a driver that has feel that's just so nice, that can feel the difference between 10% of the hydraulic pulled versus 50% of the hydraulic pulled or 70% of the hydraulic pulled. Being able to feel these different ranges of the handbrake, man, you can do things that you couldn't do before. That's why the P1 Pro hydraulic handbrake, this is quickly becoming our fastest selling product. People are finding out about this thing and they're absolutely loving it, and they're putting it on all of their simulators. This thing is extremely popular. So being able to move it every 15 degrees, you can go forward like that if you want. You can go just the next one forward. Now the stop is here just to protect the master cylinder shaft from bending at all. You'll reach and you'll hit this shaft before you'll end up damaging the master cylinder. So if you adjust the handbrake or you lean it or you just change the angles, make sure you always adjust this shaft. So when you are just before you get to full 100%, the shaft will touch this handbrake. Now we really thought ahead when it came to how you would plug this into your PC, because we wanted to basically make it to where it was plug and play as a standalone unit, but also make it to where you could plug it into the pedals and combine them as one. So depending on which route you go, we'll actually change the cables that it is that you have. If you have our pedals and you get the P1 Pro handbrake, then you'll also get this longer 6-foot braided wire. And basically what this does, this plugs into the sensor, and this will bypass the USB and bypass the electronics that are inside of the handbrake, and they will connect straight to the throttle pedal down with your pedals. And then all of the electronics will be read through the throttle pedal. It'll come through as one unit, and what's really nice is it frees up a USB port on your PC. But if you don't have our P1 Pro pedals, then it'll come as a standalone unit. Now as the standalone unit, it'll use the electronics that are inside the handbrake itself, and then that will talk to the PC. There will be a smaller little lead that'll come from the sensor, and it'll have to plug back into itself. The handbrake will plug into itself, and then the USB cable, this is 10 feet long, will go from the hydraulic handbrake all the way to your PC. So if it's a little bit of a ways away, you don't have to worry because you have a 10-foot cable with you. Now the best thing that we do here at Sim Coaches is we build these things at the highest quality that they possibly can be. And to prove that, we actually back all of our products with a lifetime warranty. Whether you buy our P1 Pro hydraulic handbrake right here, or you buy our P1 Pro pedals, our formula rim when it comes out, whatever you buy from Sim Coaches, we actually back our stuff with our lifetime warranty. Even our PCs are actually covered by our lifetime warranty. So you know that when you purchase a P1 Pro handbrake, you are getting quality and it's actually covered. So to help you know that we stand behind our products and you're totally covered, we cover these things with our lifetime warranty. So if anything goes wrong, you have access to us and we'll get it back, we'll get it working for you again. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully this clears up some of the questions that you might have had about the P1 Pro hydraulic handbrake from Sim Coaches. I'm extremely excited for you guys, and I'm looking forward to the next videos. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.